Morpho Ken store. Slapper Gannettes. Slapper Gannettes.
Huh.
Rodeo. Storping.
The first goal want here is to go to work because the game assumes we didn't get a job in the first location, but we showed it. We talked to Timmy while waiting for work instead, and Timmy actually lives at this location, so hopefully we'll finally be able to get him up to 100. We take a break to talk to Farah, who also lives here, and manage to get her to exactly 40 before we have to stop. Making a new friend is a good use of 6 hours, especially since we soon want to actually finish our job grinding. When we go to work this time, instead of speeding things up immensely, the game switches us to Farah. This is the first location where we can control different Sims. Farah doesn't have any gold ones. Her biggest want right now is to find a career in art, but the newspaper only offers 3 jobs and none of them are art. To make up for this, we're buying her an easel and placing it right in front of the ocean so she can be inspired and relaxed while she paints. There are 2 genres of painting Sims can do. They can paint portraits or they can paint pre-made images of the main character. This time we're painting a portrait, and because our art is terrible, it's a crude looking monkey. After we finish a painting we can instantly sell it, but they're not worth very much right now. Still, maybe later. And here's the first stock image of the main character, Jard. She can paint 5 of these. We successfully waste enough time for Jard to get back, and he gets another promotion. All we need to do to climb to the next one is 1 more logic point, and that's because we plan to head big time. But first we gotta unpack our necessities, which would be an espresso machine, a boombox, and a phone, because without those we can't operate properly. We also find a new place to set up our comfy chair and chess set combo, which we're going to be using a lot in this location. It does take all evening to get another logic skill point, but it also fulfills one of our gold ones, which was to get any skill point in general, so 2 birds with 1 stone, you know? Since our next promotion is assured, we have enough time to get our relationship with Farah all the way up to 60, which is a lot better. After that, our next gold one is just to buy any object at all, so we're going to replace their old broken sink with one that looks a lot fancier. The next gold one is to become enemies with Turin, who is basically our rival for this location. Becoming enemies with him is as simple as being a dick to him 2 times. Then the game wants us to perform a surfing trick, which we don't really have much control over. Being in a good mood helps, but it's still possible to fail and wipe out. That's some pretty sweet air we got though. Would you believe we're almost done with the goals here? The next objective is just to change our clothes and buy a wardrobe. The wardrobe is kind of expensive, but we'll eventually make up enough money that this will not be a big deal. Using the wardrobe is basically the same thing as re-entering the character creator, and we changed our hat to Aussie's hat. Since we got the 100 friendship with him, we can now use his wardrobe. And we've already received our final goal for this location, which is to beat Turin at foosball, but we've got so much more to do here before then. We only have a short while to fulfill our needs though before our carpool arrives again, and we have to go off to get another promotion because we're just that great at our job. This enables us to take control of Farah again, introduce her to the magic of coffee, and then make her clean up the mess from where their old sink exploded. Keep chugging those cups. This time the paper does have an opening for art, which is not only good because it fulfills her want, but because that means we'll be making more money. Speaking of money, she can paint a ton more pictures of Jard while we wait for Jard to actually get back. As promised, we get promoted again, but this time we need 1 more logic and 2 cleaning, which is easier said than done. But I mean, we're no stranger to spending all evening playing chess against ourselves, so that's not so bad. Now normally we'd have to clean up a bunch of messes to fill up our cleaning skill, which can take a while and it's not very convenient, so instead we can use one of the bookshelves to read a book about cleaning, which does the same thing. I don't know how or why, but it does, so don't worry about it, it's a lot more convenient. It does take all night to get both cleaning points, but we got them, and now we're on track to get yet another promotion. Efficiency is at maximum. We don't have time to shower before work, but we don't need to shower to kill bad guys real good. We regain control of Farah so I can show you the 2 remaining stock images of the main character, and she finishes them just in time for work. We get yet another promotion, and to go even further, we need 2 more cleaning and 1 more logic just like last time, but now it's even harder. While we're recovering from our day at work by fulfilling our needs, Farah also gets a promotion, and getting Farah promoted is not one of our goals, but any more money is welcome. Since Farah and Jard are finally home at the same time, we take this opportunity to talk in the bathroom, and Turin and Aussie both yell at us for standing directly in front of the toilet. Guys, there's another bathroom, go use that one. After neglecting our needs for a significant period of time, we finally get to 100 relationship with Farah. After desperately attempting to fulfill half our needs, we notice Timmy hanging around again, and I really want to get him to 100 friendship. It's been taking so long. Unfortunately, the carpool for both Farah and Jard arrive at the same time while we're in mid-conversation with the guy. Getting them both to recognize the importance of going to work is a bit of a hassle, but we managed to pull it off. We spent a long time socializing last time, so no promotion today, and we have a couple of needs that really need fulfilled, so that's going to waste a bit of time too. The game also expects us to pay our bills, but come on, I'm not doing that. I don't care if it's only 200 simoleons, I'm not doing it. We get that logic skill point we didn't have time for yesterday, and then we stalk Timmy until he talks to us again, because I just want to be best friends, but he has to go to bed, so we only get our relationship up a tiny bit. I also decide to show off the benefits of cursor control mode. For example, in cursor control mode, if we tell Jard to clean up all these puddles, he actually cleans all of them up himself without us having to tell him to go to each one. I still prefer direct control mode. It takes even longer to get our cooking skill up this time, and I stop because I see Timmy walking in the background. And things are going really well until, damn it Timmy, what do you mean you have to sleep? You just slept, get back here, we're not best friends yet. The carpool arrives for Farah and Jard again, and still no promotion today because of my Timmy obsession. Still, there's a decent amount of money made between them both, so not much to complain about. We spend all evening again getting those last 2 cleaning skill points, but hey, it's only midnight when we stop, or rather 1 AM, close enough. The sink is broke again and the trash can is full, so we just called a maid and started leaving all our stuff in the floor. In this location, the game will occasionally say Turin has left to run some errands, but sometimes he doesn't actually leave, and he's always back very quickly. Anyway, all our needs are filled up, and we're due for yet another promotion next time we go to work, so you know what that means. It's finally time to buy a foosball table and kick Turin's ass at foosball. Now you can definitely lose this encounter, having a good mood helps, but just like with the surfboarding, I don't know what the ultimate deciding factor is. In order to play against Turin, we do have to call him over first, and sometimes we have to call him over multiple times if he's doing something, but he'll get over here eventually because Sims literally cannot resist you calling enough times. So we're about ready to wrap up here at, what was this place again? Shoreline Trails. And we didn't get to 100 relationship with Timmy still, but we'll have other chances. I'm only going to go for 2 more promotions at most for now, and then we should have enough money not to worry. Even though it may not seem like it, we did spend a lot of time here just getting promotions. This footage was about an hour and a half unedited. Now that we beat Turin, he gives us the directions to the new location, but of course before we leave for good, we need to say... oh wait, hold on. As I was saying, before we leave for good, we need to grab all the stuff that we bought and sell it, so that way we can put the money back in our pocket. Yeah, it sells for less than we bought it for, but still, some money's better than none. We're not going to take away Farah's easel, though. That would just be cruel. I mean, she has an aspiration in art. And she did draw all those nice pictures of Jard, so I think she deserves to keep it. After we finish getting rid of all these objects that we bought, though, we're finally gonna leave. And we'll go to the first location with any real story. From here on out, each location will have more clearly defined goals as to what you're doing there and who needs help. And it becomes less a game about amassing money and more a game about helping people achieve their goals in life. And that's one of the reasons I like The Sims 2 more than the other console Sims games. I mean, yeah, you help people in the other games too. But you help them by helping yourself, as opposed to this one where you just go to new places specifically to help people. Alright, we're done here, so it's time to save, and I'll see you next time.